Yes, good morning. Yeah, we came to the end of this week. Yeah, so this record is exactly at 2:30 in the morning, say Saturday morning. So, yeah, as usual, let's start with DXY, the dollar index. And you know, why do we normally go to DXY at every start of any analysis? DXY is the index actually I use as an indicator to analyze, to tell, to predict, yeah, the likeliness of other pairs. So DXY, yeah, is an index which measures the movement of other instruments, equities, commodities, currencies. So basically, I use DXY for that. So DXY, let's check quickly. This is the analysis I had the past week. DXY we saw for the past week, we were aiming to see price pulling back towards the context area. And our context area that we had was a weekly bullish fair value gap, which was fulfilled, as you could see. This was weekly. Yeah, this is weekly. Context area was weekly bullish fair value gap, and my entries were framed on H4 because I do swing most of the time. So let's go to H4. H4, this is where my entries were. Yeah, my entries were on H4. Yeah, so basically this was weekly. Let me just erase this. Yeah, you can see H4, but I didn't make entries using the market structure shift or displacement. My entries were framed. Actually, I did entries. I really don't. I never traded DXY. Yeah, I just traded GU. That's what I traded, and I also traded Euro GBP. Those are the two pairs that I traded, and I also traded BTC. Yeah, because I was selling BTC, and I was also selling GU. So this is the XY. It showed us that this pair had to do a complete reversal, as you can see, after having tapped the weekly context area for hour. You saw that it shifted. It started printing bullish order flows. As you can see, it's still under continuation. Yes, to buy. So daily, you can see this is daily. Daily, it already gave us a fair value gap, of which this fair value gap is already tapped on the daily, which means if we continue to go on H1, the time frame of entry, you can still see that it will still print a continuation. Yeah, we're still on a continuation because this is now the context area. Yeah, lately that we got yesterday. Yes, so today we tapped into that daily fair value gap. We got a respect candle. Actually, it's more like a doji, but precisely it tapped the daily fair value gap. The daily fair value gap seems to be holding. So on H1, this is the entry time frame. Daily fair value gap seems to be holding and gave us a market structure shift. You could see SMS and a bullish fair value gap. I normally call it a sharp turn, yeah, or an impulse shift. Yeah, so basically we are kind of consolidating, but we're consolidating, yeah, within this range. So this is my expectancy of the XY to move by next week. Let me just fix this things are giving me at time. So this is what I'm hoping to see next week. I'm hoping to see the continuation for the XY to continue buying towards this level 101. Yes, so I'm hoping to see it surpassing 100. Yes, so I'm likely to see it continuing to buy towards 101. So that's my extreme draw on liquidity. Yeah, as far as GXY. So when we come to okay, I took BTC. I'm not gonna look at BTC. Let me just, before I look at GU and EU, then just look at Euro GBP. Euro GBP, actually, this was my target. Yeah, I took a sell here when price came and tapped this supply area. My sell was here, my limits were here. So all this, I was holding sells, and the target was reached, came out. So we're expecting Euro GBP still to continue dropping, as you could see. Yeah, we're still in a pullback phase. Yeah, maybe Monday, by Tuesday, we're gonna continue to see that we target this bullish fair value gap that we have on weekly or daily. Let me see. We're having this bullish fair value gap as our draw on liquidity. It's on weekly. This is actually my target. I'm targeting the weekly bullish fair value gap, yeah, on Euro GBP. So this is my setup. I'm gonna make a re-entry precisely next week, Tuesday. It will depend. On Monday in the New York session, then I'll be targeting this weekly fair value gap. So as far as GU and EU, we're still selling. We're having sell setups. You can see on GU, you can see this is H4. We are still on the pullback phase. H4, and we're targeting. Let me see. What am I targeting? Is it a daily order block or 4-hour order block? Yeah, I'm targeting a daily order block on GU. This is the daily order block that I'm targeting on GU. So precisely entries, I'm gonna make some re-entry again upon confirmation, because you can see this is a pullback phase. I'm expecting GU to come and sweep this swing high, because here in this leg, we don't have a fair value gap. So this could be a swing high should be swept to seek liquidity and use it for price to continue dipping, to continue selling. So this is what I have on GU. EU is the same setup. EU, I'm hoping for a slight retracement, because here already we have a pivot context on EU. It swept this swing high to continue lower, but see, we don't see any break of structure. So, but we see a fair value gap and a supply here in between. You can see this supply in between. So I'm hoping for a retracement where the supply, so that we could see that price still continues to go lower. I don't think it's gonna come back towards this supply. So this is what I see. But a lot of pairs that actually I trade couple of pairs. I trade also USD. I had some buys. I think, yeah, next week, this is what I'm hoping. A slight retracement to continue buying. So the ZA is weakening. So this is what I had for today and for the coming week. Have a good, blessed weekend. Thank you.